Must be what Antonio Brown feels like in the end zone.
This must be how Lucas felt when he got KD's number.
Pepsi. At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Gil Bayless, you ready to make television history?
Hey, partner, pretty great, huh?
It's awesome.
Shannon, I'm so glad to have you on board.
This is how I used to feel moments before the kickoff.
No filter, no agenda. It's time to unleash.
Undisputed with Skip and Shannon. Weekdays only on FS1.
Here come the Green Bay Packers in sunny, hot Florida. It is the opener, and they've got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Should be a packed house today as football is back. And are we excited? The NFL on Fox, it's the Packers and the Jaguars from Jacksonville. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. So glad you could join us. 9-time Pro Bowl safety John Lynch, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. So the Packers, they're good, right? They've been to the playoffs 7 straight years. The Jaguars, not the same, John. They've lost 11 games 5 straight years, but maybe some optimism.
Yeah, I think it makes for a great opening matchup. You look at the Packers, you mentioned the success. But I think, Kevin, being around them a little bit, they're tired of getting to the playoffs. They want to hoist that Lombardi again. It helps a whole lot to have Jordy Nelson back. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, an up-and-coming team, explosive offense. They invested heavily in their defense. Jalen Ramsey, this young corner they drafted in the first round, explosive young player.
And if the Jaguars want to find out if they're better, this is quite the test against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Green Bay and Jacksonville, and football is back. Kickoff on Fox is next.
Well, I like that.
So, how's retirement? Staying pretty busy, actually. Busy? Busy's good.
Honey, look.
Number 18 in the house.
He comes in here every day. Gets the same thing every time.
You know I can hear you, right? You know I can hear you, right?
There it is.
I'll be here all week. For your many retirement needs, Nationwide is on your side.
When it comes to healthcare, seconds can mean the difference between life and death.
For Partners in Health, time is life. We have 18,000 people around the world. The Microsoft Cloud helps our entire staff stay connected and work together in real time to help those that need it.
The ability to collaborate changes how we work. What we do together changes how we live.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Midsize Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu is not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yay, great job. 4 times, obviously they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
Here at Outback, it's the big steak and crab bash. You get half a pound of sweet snow crab legs, paired with our new tender center-cut sirloin. Hurry in, the Outback steak and crab bash starts at just $14.99. Bloomin' great.
Becca doesn't know soda breaks down tooth enamel. Thankfully, she uses Act Restoring Mouthwash with fluoride. It restores minerals to enamel for 40% stronger teeth. Act. Smile strong. And try new alcohol-free Act Restoring Mint Burst for strong teeth and refreshingly fresh breath.
There is Paul Posluszny bringing out the American flag on this 9/11. Of course, 15 years ago, we all remember what happened in this country, and we stand united today. And Posluszny coming out to roaring cheers in Jacksonville, where they will unfurl the flag in moments with some of our military and firefighters and local police here in the Jacksonville area as we get set for NFL football. Back with you in the NFL on Fox in sunny, hot Jacksonville. Packers and the Jaguars, our matchup here today. And we want to welcome you back. Before we get back to football, though, as we told you, it is this first Sunday of the 2016 season. The entire NFL community uniting with our nation to remember this significant date in our history. And now we'd like to send it over to public address announcer T.C. McGuire.
Towers crumbled. Thousands of our fellow Americans lost their lives. Our nation. It's Sunday. And here in America, that means it's time for football. But on this day 15 years ago, the world was shaken. Towers crumbled. Thousands of our fellow Americans lost their lives. Our nation and the whole world mourned as one. Yet as we saw in the days and weeks that followed, and what has become even clearer in the years since, is that the legacy of September 11th is not one of terror or fear, but of resilience and hope. Because 9/11 didn't change us as a nation. Instead, it revealed who we are and who we have the capacity to be. The bravery of our first responders, the example of those who lost loved ones, the service of a new generation of heroes who signed up to wear our uniform. That's who we are. That's who we've always been. A big-hearted people full of courage and optimism. And on this 15th anniversary of a very dark day, that's the light that America continues to shine for the whole world to follow. May God bless this country we love. Enjoy the games.
Followed by our national anthem, performed today by world-renowned saxophonist Leroy Harper Jr.
Undisputed with Skip and Shannon on FS1.
Have you noticed? Swope stores are popping up all along the Swope Miracle Mile in Elizabethtown, like the all-new Swope Toyota, with state-of-the-art service and the Whistle Stop Cafe open to everyone for breakfast and lunch.
Right now, purchase this 2017 Camry with 0% financing for 6 full years.
Swope Toyota's just 35 minutes south of Louisville and convenient to everyone in central Kentucky. Swope, the only name you need for everything automotive.
The biggest and best selection of top quality meats is closer than you think. Come discover the freshest slice of meat lovers' heaven just down the road at Boone's Butcher Shop in Bardstown.
I grabbed my lipstick. Hey, what are you doing?
Getting the coats.
For a half hour?
Bob just got Time Warner Cable. He's getting more.
More what?
More than 30,000 movies and shows on demand, most for free. Look, he's DVRing like 6 shows at once.
Let's go.
Oh, this grass is so much greener than on our TV.
Why are your shoes off?
Because I'm on their bed. I don't want to be rude.
Discover how much more is included.
Are those meatballs still circulating?
Get TV, internet, and phone for $89.99 per month, only from Time Warner Cable.
At Thornton's, we believe busy folks like you should be able to get real food from a real kitchen, even when you're on the go. So now we have real kitchens with real cooks making real food right in our stores. Hand-rolled breakfast burritos, freshly made pizza sticks, soft, salty pretzels, a whole menu of delicious food that's good to go and great to eat. Stop in today and see just how good real can taste.
Real kitchen, real food, it's Thornton's. Disputed with Skip and Shannon on FS1.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is hot in Jacksonville, 90 degrees, high humidity. So, yeah, that will be a factor today. Let's go down to the field and say hello to Pam Oliver.
Hey there, Kevin. Jacksonville running back Chris Ivory awoke in severe pain this morning, so he was taken from the team hotel via ambulance to the hospital. The team is not saying where that severe pain is. Ivory is being looked at the hospital, undergoing intensive tests. He might be released today or perhaps tomorrow. Back to you.
Wow, Pam, that is huge news because the Jaguars spent big money on him and they were expecting him to start and have big production today. And Mason Crosby will kick it off. Packers won the toss. They deferred. Corey Grant will take it up. And we are underway in the football season as Grant fails to make it back to the 20-yard line. And that'll give us a look at this Jacksonville offense and Blake Bortles, who, John, probably had a lot better numbers than anyone thought of. You didn't get to see Jacksonville last year.
And I'll tell you one thing about Blake Bortles. He is not afraid to take it down the field and let it rip. He told us the other day, anytime you have a chance to sit back and throw it as far as you can, why not? And that's the way they play the offensive game.
So without Chris Ivory, T.J. Yeldon, who would have likely split reps with Ivory, is the back. Jaguars have two great wide receivers there. Allen Robinson and Allen Hurns. Packers show blitz. They're going to give it to Yeldon. Gets through. Yeldon with a solid start. He's out to the 24. And a good run by the former Alabama star.
You know, Kevin, you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Are they all right without Chris Ivory? Yes, they are, because T.J. Yeldon is an up-and-coming back, a big, strong guy, can take it anywhere on the field. What they lose, Chris Ivory was a tremendous compliment because he's more downhill, a punishing runner. They were excited about bringing both those skill sets, but they'll be fine without T.J. Yeldon, or without Chris Ivory.
Bortles going to give to Yeldon. He's got a Jacksonville first down. So as you said, good start, 2 carries and a first down for Yeldon in this Jaguars offense. As we look at the Jags, here are the storylines. Again, most of the nation not familiar because they haven't been good the last 3 years, but they expect to be good this year. Aggressive, explosive offense. Those are the words of their offensive coordinator, Greg Olson. And then all in on D. They spent a lot of money on D. 6 of their 7 draft picks on defense. They needed to fix it. They hope it worked. We'll find out today. On first down, Bortles looking to throw for the first time on the run and flushed out, and he has to throw it away. Clay Matthews came with some pressure.
You know, that's something that you'll see often with both quarterbacks in this game. Blake Bortles is a guy, as I watch the film, who's more comfortable really getting outside of the pocket. If nothing is there, he is not going to hesitate to bail, to get out of the pocket, and he throws it extremely accurate. Here, no one open. He makes the wise decision and throws it away, but very comfortable outside the pocket.
Green 80. Green is up.
On second down, Yeldon across the 30. He's going to pick up a couple, so it'll be a third down and long. You know, the other story for this Jaguars team on offense has to be on the offensive line. They made a switch, John. They brought in Kelvin Beachum, former Steeler, and third preseason game, he's coming back from injury. He's starting at left tackle, and Luke Jokel, their former #1 overall draft pick, moves to guard. They don't have a lot of experience together.
And this has been their Achilles heel, protecting on these third and long situations. They tried to address it. They think they're better off. We shall see.
On third down, Bortles protected, throws, and it's intercepted. What a crazy play, and it's picked off by Green Bay. It looked like Hyde ended up with the ball, but I think Thomas is the guy who got there. Was tipped around by Marquise Lee, the wide receiver, got his hands on it, but he couldn't haul it in, and the Packers have the football.
Well, Blake Bortles makes the throw to Marquise Lee, who's contested in coverage. by Quentin Rollins, and then it's like a hot potato. Everybody's struggling for that ball, but Joe Thomas, when you run to the football, good things happen. It's exactly what he does, and he found the ball.
So Thomas did get the interception. He dropped it high, picks it up, and the first turnover of the season, and here come the Packers. And they've got great field position after the turnover. They start on the Jacksonville 29. Joe Thomas, a backup inside linebacker, making the play. His first career interception as well. Jordy Nelson back after missing the entire year from a torn ACL. He'll be on the bottom of your screen for Aaron Rodgers and company. Here's Eddie Lacy looking to run. He goes backwards. And so Aaron Rodgers in his 12th season, John, and you know it's funny, you look at some of the clippings from the National. Hey, it's such a down year last year. Guy was still great. But yeah, the Packers down a tad. But when you look at this, best passer rating in the history of the NFL, the guy's fantastic.
You know what, though? We sat with him yesterday, and he had a big smile on his face, and it's because this man, Jordy Nelson, is back, and that adds another dimension to this offense, the home run threat.
Here's Rodgers on the run. Looking, being chased by Odrick, throws, and a short completion. It's Randall Cobb. He's going to have it out to the 26-yard line, so a third down coming up.
You know, and I think Jordy Nelson is who he's looking for as his primary, but this is exactly what Jordy Nelson, in addition to his production, what he will do is open up guys like Randall Cobb, who really is more suited to be a slot receiver than a true number one, the guy with the onus of making all the plays. Jordy Nelson being back will make everybody in this offense better.
You got Randall Cobb in the backfield on this formation. Eddie Lacy lined up as a wide receiver to the top of the screen. So a different look for Green Bay. 3rd and 7. Rodgers has time over the middle, complete. And this one's going to be close to a first down. It was Cobb, but I think he's going to be shy. Yeah, they marked it at the 20. So you're looking at a 4th and 1, and now Rodgers says, let's go.
He's urging Mike McCarthy, and Mike McCarthy not hesitating. You mentioned Randall Cobb in the backfield. They do that quite often, and what they're trying to do is get a matchup. Randall Cobb on linebackers are favorable. That time, the Jaguars in zone come up and make the play short of the line to gain.
4th and 1. Lacy. Oh, he's got it and more. Slips inside to the 10. And a first down for Green Bay.
Yeah, and the Green Bay Packer fans are saying thank you, Tony Horton. Tony Horton, the guy from P90X, got Eddie Lacy in shape, and I don't know, no one's saying about how much he's weighing, but he's running well.
Rodgers going quick on the quick count and looking for the touchdown to Cobb, but it's incomplete. And that's something the Packers will do with that tempo, John. Rodgers likes to play trickery there.
Well, the older he's getting, the wiser he's getting, and that tempo is such a weapon. Think of quarterbacks like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady who have used it to their advantage throughout the years. Aaron Rodgers doing it a lot more the last couple years. Said that it will be a challenge in this heat to keep up that tempo, but he definitely wants to utilize it today.
But it's an offense. You have... There's a challenge flag on
I
the
wonder
other
if
side
they're
of the field.
challenging about 12 guys on the field. They got Jacksonville was substituting, and they tried to get him with 12 men, and we'll see.
And so the first challenge of
Green
the
Bay
day.
is challenging their defensive players on the field. We'll review the play.
And we'll be back with that.
At Southwest, we're trying to decide whether or not to have a sale. Heads we don't, tails we do. And tails it is. Book for as low as $59 one way now at southwest.com. Sure, the game is great. But here's a real reason to scream at your television. Book for as low as $59 one way now at southwest.com.
And can you explain to me why you recommend synthetic over cedar?
Superfood. Is that a real thing?
It's a great school, but is it the right one for her?
Is this really any better than the one you got last year?
If we consolidate suppliers, what's the savings there?
So should we go with the 467 horsepower?
Or is a 423 enough?
Good question.
You ask a lot of good questions.
I think we should move you into our new fund.
Sure.
Okay.
But are you asking enough about how your wealth is managed? Wealth management at Charles Schwab.
We crushed it last.
With every single down, you feel it. Your heart rate accelerates. Blood vessels dilate. Pupils enlarge. Claim your place in the jungle and let's roar.
Okay. All right, so here's what Mike McCarthy is challenging, John. 12 men on the field.
And here it is. It's Dante Fowler. Aaron Rodgers, this is exactly why he's doing it. Jacksonville substitutes, and they try to snap the ball. Now you see him running away to try to get off the field, and yes, he is on the field when the ball is snapped. So great challenge by Mike McCarthy.
So they're looking at this, but it appears Mike McCarthy will win this challenge. And instead of an incomplete pass, and heads up to Aaron Rodgers. Again, smart, getting that play off quick, just knowing that he had a freebie.
And in these elements, Kevin, what they're trying to do is keep pass rushers fresh. But Aaron Rodgers saying, not so fast.
Right.
I'm going to keep you on the field. And it is a tremendous advantage for the Green Bay Packers.
Now, you would think for both offenses, right? You can control that with the tempo.
After review, the 12th player was on the field at the snap. It is 12-man defense. A 5-yard penalty will be enforced. Repeat first down.
And so the challenge won by Mike McCarthy, and that'll move it down to the 6-yard line for Green Bay, where it'll be a first down and 5 to go. They can get a first down at the 1 here.
You know, Kevin, this is a area where Jared Cook, they went out and got him. They haven't had to really thread it as a receiving tight end since Jermichael Finley. Aaron Rodgers not only excited about Jordy Nelson, but about having Jared Cook. And this is the area where he can really help you down in that red zone.
A lot of Packers fans here today.
Jared Cook.
Lacy looking for a seam. Spinning. He's got nothing. Piled up nicely by Jacksonville. Jared Odrick was there first.
One thing when you're charting a defense, when you're watching a defense, look at the hats getting to the football. Just playing with tremendous effort. Nowhere to go in here, and here come the hats. Come to the party. That's what it takes to tackle a guy like Eddie Lacy. Big, strong runner, getting multiple hats there. It's exactly what the Jags do.
Second and 5. Rodgers, a lot of time. Trotting right now. He's going to run it, heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
It's a big reason, Kevin, why Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw a lot of interceptions, because sometimes everyone's going to be covered. Right here, everyone's covered. He extends, looking for a receiver, but that holds the defense. The defense doesn't commit. He says, fine, I'll take that pylon and get in there for a touchdown. And Aaron Rodgers putting the Packers up with the early lead.
So Joe Thomas got the interception, and then the Packers convert that into 6. Extra point is up and good by Mason Crosby. So Aaron Rodgers off the turnover has the Packers in front. 7-0 in Jacksonville with the legs.
for the song. I hope I provided mine.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Gronk may end up being the best ever. He has over 5,500 yards, and he's just getting started.
How many go?
Today's Game on Fox is sponsored by Bud Light. Here with your team on it.
Not exactly the start that the Jaguars wanted. Aaron Rodgers with his 22nd career rushing touchdown. And a 6-play drive that got set up by an interception by Joe Thomas. And so it's 7-0 Packers. Crosby will kick it off. And this time Grant will take a knee. With a new touchback rule, you'll get it at the 25 this year. And so we'll see Blake Bortles again. And John, you know, these Jaguars, we know they haven't won in recent years, but yeah, it's kind of hard to win when every first half you're behind, right?
Well, it's something Blake Bortles and the Jaguars are very aware of. They've studied it this offseason. When I asked Blake Bortles, what is it that you focused on most? He talked about decision making and consistency, but then he said most of all starting fast. He watched a lot of Tom Brady, Kevin, because Tom Brady is a notoriously fast starter, and he said that the message he got from Tom was just every drive like it's a fourth quarter, got to have it drive. But the Jags off to another slow start.
Jags go 3 tight ends on first down, and they're going to run it. It's Yeldon, and he has nowhere to go. He's going to lose yardage on that play. So the jumbo formation doesn't work for these Packers. You know, one note for the Jaguars, that is. We have one note for the Packers. They've got a young defense this year, and John, rookie out of Stanford, their inside linebacker Blake Martinez is the guy that's handling the calls.
Yeah, played in the Rose Bowl 9 months ago. Now he's the starter for the Green Bay Packers and calling the signals to guys like Clay Matthews and Julius Peppers.
The play fake, Bortles over the middle, incomplete. Fans want some early contact. No flag. He was looking for Allen Robinson. But Demarius Randall, the second-year cornerback there, pretty good coverage.
Well, I think it's good coverage, but it looked to me on first look that he arrived early, and yes, he does. He grabs and restricts. That should be a pass interference. Demarius Randall got away with one.
Yeah, they did not get the call, and so instead of a first down, you're looking at a 3rd down and 12. Bortles. Now the pocket breaks down. Incomplete. He was coming near side for Robinson again, and now we get a flag. Morgan Burnett, the safety, was there on the coverage. Packers got away with it once. I don't know about twice.
Pass interference. Number 42 defense. Automatic. First down.
There's Quentin Rollins and a drive route by Allen Robinson, and yes, he is there early. The Packers trying to play aggressive and physically. Got to time their attempts to break up these passes a little more, and the referees, the officials get it right.
John, I think, you know, those who play fantasy football know Allen Robinson, maybe by name. This guy had an unbelievable season last year for Jacksonville. 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns. Big-time stuff. As they're going to run it here. Yeldon, there's a flag, and Yeldon's going to get a couple before he's gang tackled, but there is a penalty, and let's see what that's on.
Get the Packers for being offsides.
Offside. Number 76 defense. That player lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Mike Daniels, but there's Allen Robinson. And I tell you what, Kevin, I turn on the film, and we haven't had the Jaguars.
No.
We cover the NFC for the most part. I start watching this guy, and I told you, I called you and said, this guy looks like Randy Moss. The way he runs, and I'm not saying he's Randy Moss, but there's a lot of qualities, and his production is mimicking some of the early production in Randy Moss's career.
First down and 5, play fake. Packers are on it. They get rid of it to Julius Thomas, and that's a first down. So Bortles got drilled, but he got rid of it in time, and it's another Jaguars first down, building some momentum here.
And I think this is a guy, as you see Thomas come from across the formation. Again, it's something Bortles does well. Outside of the pocket, very accurate outside of the pocket. And Julius Thomas, I think, is set up for a bigger year. Allen Robinson, Allen Hurns are going to get more attention. That should open up Julius Thomas.
First down. Yeldon slips one tackle, not the next couple. He goes nowhere. Gang tackled by Green Bay on that one. So who are these Jaguars and this potential, this explosive offense? They do make big plays. I mean, Bortles, 4,400 pass yards, 35 TDs, both franchise records last year because they've got really good wide receivers. Both Allens, Allen Robinson and Allen Hurns, both over 1,000 yards. Not too shabby. They love the play action because when they do it, they go deep. They have the most plays of 20-plus pass yards in the league, 40 of them on first down. So, yes, they have big play potential. We'll see if we see it today. Here's a second and long near side. This is Marquise Lee. And Lee is out to the 49-yard line, and that is going to be a pickup of 10.
And, Kevin, there's a short pass, but we talk about the explosive nature. It's by design. They're coached to do this. What Greg Olson's done is take a look at what Blake Bortles does best. He's not a highly accurate timing passer, but he can throw the ball down the field. And so Greg Olson has designed a system with these explosive receivers. Let's get it downfield. Let's think touchdown to check down.
Denard Robinson in the game at tailback now on a 3rd and 2. They'll throw it. Pressure up the middle. Bortles in trouble, and down he goes. Clay Matthews came in off the edge and took him down.
Clay Matthews is going to line up down here, but it's the pressure inside that flushes. It's Joe Thomas coming up, and he absolutely blows up Denard Robinson. That flushes Blake Bortles. Clay Matthews just saying, come to Papa, waiting out there. Clay Matthews with his first sack of 2016.
You know, again, Robinson wasn't even supposed to play today. Chris Ivory, if you just tuned in, he had to go to the hospital today with an unspecified illness, so that is a big issue. We just saw it surface for the first time. Here's Nortman with a punt. What a great kick. The bounce, Jaguars take it down inside the 5. What a punt by Brad Nortman. Peyton Thompson downed it. Packers ball, and they're on their old goal line. 7-0, they lead.
Take your time, take your time, take your time. No need to hurry. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. No need to hurry. No slipping, no sliding.
The Corona can always finds its beach.
This Saturday, the mighty Crimson Sea, the pride of the Buckeye State, go head-to-head, but only one will rule.
Ohio State, Oklahoma, Saturday at 7 on Fox.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by the Lincoln Motor Company and the exhilarating new Lincoln MKZ. by Corona Extra, who invite you to find your beach. And by Lowe's.
Beautiful shot of downtown Jacksonville. It's hot today, 90 degrees, very humid. 7-0 Packers lead. They capitalize on an interception. And now Mike McCarthy's bunch is backed up near their own end zone. They've got the ball on the 3 to start their second drive. There's Rodgers going to give up the middle to Lacy, who gets across the 5. So for these Packers, they were 10-6 last year, actually lost the division in Minnesota, and then went to the divisional playoffs and lost to Arizona. Big news, Jordy Nelson back. ACL, missed the entire year last year. He's their big play guy. Who's guarding Rodgers? Lane Taylor is the left guard. They released 3-time Pro Bowler Josh Sitton. It was a surprise. And then, are they the best team in the NFC? We'll dive into that in a moment. 2nd and 7. Blitz coming. Rodgers in trouble. Throws one that's going to be thrown away. Nice job just to get it out of there. Richard Rodgers, the intended receiver. First, the news at guard. Lane Taylor inserted. They cut Josh Sitton just 10 days ago. It was a shock to some of the Packers players.
Shocked me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Josh Sitton, Pro Bowl, all-pro type player. And to do it that late in the game, they must really believe in Lane Taylor. As I've watched Lane Taylor, big, strong guy, can struggle when you give him some movement. Malik Jackson, the big free agent acquisition, I bet is chomping at the bit to get one-on-one on Lane Taylor, and there he is on that matchup right now.
Eddie Lacy lined up as a wide receiver, and now he's going to move to the backfield. Play clock at 1. Get it away, Rodgers. Incomplete. He was looking for Devontae Adams on the far side, and the Jags hold the 3 and out. And they've got a new punter to these Packers, Jacob Shum. He was only brought in a couple weeks ago to replace longtime Packer Tim Mastay. And now Shum punting from his own end line.
Great job by the Jacksonville defense. Brad Nortman, their punter, has an excellent punt to pin them back. Your job as a defense, when you get that field position, keep it. And that's exactly what they did with the 3 and out.
Rashad Green back deep to receive. He missed a lot of time last year, but he averaged almost 17 yards per punt return. He's got room. A little juking for Green, but he's into Green Bay territory. No flags, I don't believe. Hang on, there's one all the way back at the 2. So let Carl Cheffers and his crew sort this out. And we'll wait for his call on this one. Oh, look at that. It's a pad. It's not a flag. We got fooled, John. Got to get those yellow things off the field. All right. So the Jaguars down 7-0. They've got good field position. And we are back in a moment.
Flag to me.
That did me too.
The guy was a legend on the field.
He poured everything he had into this game.
You gotta wonder what he's doing on game day now.
Guys, cupcakes are ready.
Ooh, cupcakes?
Better game days call for better pizza.
Now get 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. Try our new cinnamon pull-aparts for just $6.
Better ingredients.
Better pizza.
Papa John's.
Get your fall fix with huge deals right now at Lowe's. Like 5 bags of premium mulch for only $10. Plus, get 20% off all Stay Green products. Make your home happy this fall with the season's biggest savings at Lowe's.
I'm 7-0 this season.
You auto-drafted.
That's what all the great GMs do. They delegate.
You didn't do anything.
Yeah, I did. I set the cue.
Without NFL.com fantasy football, what would friends talk about?
Almost wore shorts today.
Oh.
I was gonna do a sweatshirt shorts combo. Switched to pants instead.
It's not too late to play. Sign up for free at NFL.com/fantasy.
7-0 Packers lead the Jaguars. NFL season opener from Jacksonville. And after their D held Green Bay to a 3-and-out, they've got great field position here. And they're going to fake the run, set up a screen. Lewis, the tight end. Nice move. Mercedes Lewis with some blocks. Still going and finally knocked out of bounds at around the 11. All reliable in his 11th year, John.
Well, great call by Greg Olson, the offensive coordinator for Jacksonville. Mercedes Lewis known to be a blocking tight end, but he's going to block and then slip out. They get the ball to him in tremendous blocking. Look at the big boys, Parnell and Can downfield. Just great execution of a screenplay and deception. You have the blocker in there, not the receiving tight end, and then you throw it to him.
It's a 37-yard gain to Lewis. And so one of those big plays we told you about from the Jaguars. And now Blake Bortles is signaling for a timeout. And so the Jags will take a timeout here. And it'll be a 1st and 10 for them at the 11. Well, Saturday college football coverage kicks off when Iowa State takes on 15th-ranked TCU at noon Eastern on FS1. 4th-ranked Ohio State versus 14th-ranked Oklahoma at 7 Eastern. That game on Fox. Big double dip on FS1 and Fox next Saturday. Some crazy games yesterday on FS1 and Fox. Arizona State game last night. Did anybody play defense? There was like 130 points in
the running back had 8 touchdowns, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Well, we told you about the big plays on first down, John. You said it last year. They led the league 40 plays, and we got one today. And a 1st and 10 from the 11 from Blake Bortles and company. Give up the gut. Yeldon fighting down to the 5. So a run of 6 for T.J. Yeldon without Ivory is going to be the workhorse today.
You know, Kevin, as you watch this game for Jacksonville, off to that slow start again, you know who changed the momentum? Their punter, Brad Nortman. He did a 58-yard punt. That pins them back. The defense does their job. And now all of a sudden the Jacksonville offense with some breathing room gets a big play. And now here they are ready to strike in the red zone.
And you saw from that graphic, their offense really did improve last year quite a bit. But they had some trouble in this area in the red zone. 2nd and 4, run it again. Yeldon up the gut, breaks through a tackle. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, T.J. Yeldon says no Chris Ivory, no problem. And there's that tandem on the left side, Beecham and Jokel, that everyone's been so concerned. But that is Chris Ivory style running, straight downhill and running him over. Yeldon typically more of a jump cutter. Tremendous job by the Jacksonville Jaguars offense, capitalizing on the field position.
Keep an eye, John. Jason Myers, their kicker, missed 7 extra points last year, most in the league by far. So this isn't a gimme for him. Snap is perfect, and that kick is just fine. And all of a sudden, we got ourselves a game in red-hot Florida. Packers strike first, but Yeldon and these young Jags answering on the ground with running over. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix. Wow.
Americans don't celebrate the good enough canyon. We didn't aim to be second to the moon. Verizon doesn't settle for good enough either. So now we are introducing Verizon LTE Advanced. With 50% faster peak speeds in more than 450 cities coast to coast. So don't settle for an unlimited plan with limits. Switch now and get our best deal. 20 gigs of limitless data with 4 lines for only $160. Welcome to the Next Gen Network.
Nobody comes into this house without paying the price.
Not here! Not ever!
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Nobody comes into this house without paying the price. Not here, not ever.
Well, did you get it?
More people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm. Here to help life go right. State Farm.
Mitchell.
Everything I did was to protect my legacy. They're coming for us. Wait till we show them how dark hell can get.
To the Empire!
Empire returns September 21st on Fox.
Hard running from T.J. Yeldon. 5-yard run, running over Clinton Dix, the Packers safety. But the big play, Mercedes Lewis on a beautiful screen to the tight end. 37 yards to set it up. And so we're 7-7 with 3:40 to go in this first quarter. The Packers have 2 receivers deep on the kickoff. I bet you it won't be the only team to do it. Montgomery and Abradaris, because of this new touchback rule. But you know what? That's a moot point because Myers kicks it out of the end zone and the Packers will start on their 25 against this new Jaguars defense. Todd Wass, the D-line coach, promoted to the defensive coordinator. That's new. They spent money. Malik Jackson from Denver, Amukamara, the corner from New York, Deshaun Gibson, the safety from Cleveland. Spend their draft on D. Ramsey and Jacko 1 and 2, 6 of the 7 draft picks on D. And then the number 1 pick from last year, Dante Fowler, he was out the whole year with a knee injury, so his debut is today. A lot of new parts, John Lynch.
Kevin, it means nothing other than the fact that they got a whole bunch of new talent. Now they got to go put it together. And I like what I see. And they play with tremendous energy and hustle.
Going to run here. It's James Starks getting his first carry. And he's going to have a short game. Cyprian came in from the safety spot to make it. How about clicking for this unit? I mean, it doesn't always just throw it on paper and it clicks. The chemistry, how does that all work?
Well, especially with today's football, where in preseason no one plays together. And so they haven't had a lot of snaps together. And that's just the reality of NFL football in today's world, that you kind of pick it up on the go. Sometimes it's sloppy early on.
It's Gus Bradley, the head coach. Second down for Aaron Rodgers and company. Starks again, run game, and Starks across the 33rd down coming. Our first game break. Let's check in with Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Kevin. Oakland at New Orleans. High expectations for the Jags and the Raiders. The Raiders had a 91-yard drive capped off with this Latavius Murray 6-yard run. Raiders up 10-3. Kevin, John, and Pam.
Yeah, Carissa, I think this is a big test for the Raiders too, John, in New Orleans. We'll see what they've got today, just like it is for the Jaguars. 3rd and 4 for Green Bay. Four-man rush, pressure. Rodgers rolling, buying time, airing it out deep. Adams, no! In and out of the hands. It was there, but Prince Amukamara, one of those new Jags, making the play, and Green Bay will have to punt.
I'll tell you what, in today's football, I think the Denver Broncos set the model. You can't have enough good corners. Prince Amukamara, a guy who's played a lot of football, but Aaron Rodgers is going to say, Devontae Adams, catch that ball. I put it out there. I put it in your hands. Bring that down. But good coverage by Amukamara.
So Shum will punt it. Again, Green back deep. Another high, good punt in this game. Green fair catch at the 21. And so each team's offense has gotten on the board. We've seen a little deep. We've seen a good first quarter. 2:10 to go in the first. Packers and Jags all tied at 7.
I enlisted in the Army in 2005. I went to Iraq 3 times and Afghanistan once. She's the culprit that ripped our door off. 2,000-pound animal bumping into a steel door creates quite a bit of damage. Actually use the app, take pictures of it right there for USAA, and they take care of the rest. USAA is great about working with both active and separated military. I'm Josh Eilers, and I'm a USAA member for life.
Call USAA today to talk about your insurance needs.
At Southwest, we're trying to decide whether or not to have a sale. Heads we don't, tails we do. And tails it is. Book for as low as $59 one way now at southwest.com. Sure, the game is great. But here's a real reason to scream at your television. Book for as low as $59 one way now at southwest.com.
Hey, Nikki, what are you doing here?
You tell me, Steven.
What? I'm snapping.
You've been streaming my videos all morning. Now you're with this thing?
No, it's not you. It's Verizon. They limit my data. I had to choose.
Come on, girl. Let's get us a man with unlimited data.
Why pay Verizon more for data limits? Introducing T-Mobile One. One price, unlimited data for everyone.
It is kickoff weekend. The NFL on Fox is back. We're so excited. Small screen, stadium-sized content. Watch live local Sunday games on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. It's a hot one today in Jacksonville. Temperatures, well, they say 90, but it sure felt a lot hotter on the field when we were down there, John, that's for sure. And a 1st and 10 for these Jags with 2:10 to go in the first quarter. They're going to run it. And another good run. So the ground game with Yeldon starting to get some traction here against this Green Bay front.
Kevin, Yeldon looks great. As I said in the open, very capable. I think now the question becomes, they've been designed this year to split carries. Can TJ Yeldon handle 25, 30 carries? Because they very much want to establish this run.
Green 80. Hey, alert. Sunday.
Pitch out. Yeldon. Oh, boy. Ray Matthews came in like a ball of fire and knocked Yeldon back to the original line of scrimmage.
Ball of fire is right. This is, you talk explosive. This is setting the edge. And that's beating them to the punch. That's all about get off. He times the snap count. And this is what Clay Matthews does best. He wrecks stuff for the opposing offense. Plays in their backfield.
Back at outside linebacker this year. He played inside the last year and a half and really did it for the team. We've already seen him in on a couple plays.
He's back home.
Yes, he is. And so a 3rd and 10 now for Bortles. 4-man rush. He's got time. Near side is Julius Thomas, but he's going to be short of a first down. He's out to the 30. He needed the 31, and so Jacksonville will punt.
And Kevin, you just mentioned it, though. Tremendous protection by that Jacksonville. They've been plagued. That's been their Achilles heel. They haven't been able to protect Blake Bortles, and as of so far, it's been very good protection for this reworked offensive line in Jacksonville.
And so 23 seconds left in the quarter. And it looks like that'll take us to the end of the first. The clock stopped ticking, but it looks like they will punt. What happened here? What's being discussed? What do you got for us, Carl? Oh, I guess they had a difference with time on the field and on the scoreboard. All right, so now they will blow the whistle and the ball will be back in play. There goes the clock. Nortman to punt it away. As John mentioned earlier, he had that boomer. His first punt to pin the backers deep on their own goal line. And this one, Hyde lets go, and that's a mistake because the Jaguars are going to down it inside the 5.
Nortman's the MVP
so far. And that's not easy, by the way, for Hyde. Maybe that's why he let it go. He couldn't see it. 67-yard punt for Brad Nortman. On this day, we remember 9/11, 15 years ago. Football is back, patriotism in the air, and a 7-7 game after one.
Is that iced tea?
Nope, it's lemonade.
Is that iced tea?
Lemonade.
Iced tea?
What's with these people, man? Lemonade. Read the sign. Lemonade. Read it.
Okay.
Delicious.
Iced tea at a lemonade stand? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Marin saved by switching to Geico.
It's lemonade, man.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
He's ready for opening day.
He jumps back for a pass, and he's intercepted for the 12th time.
What?
Are you ready for Summer's Lord?
I hope you didn't start him on your fantasy team.
Summer's Lord. Special preview after the game.
Unbelievable.
American Horror Story premieres
this Wednesday on FX.
How to have fun every 4 minutes. How to really have fun every 4 minutes. Play Kentucky Lottery's Keno. Lots of fast and fun ways to win.
You don't put ladder fluid on a guy's grill, do you? He's about to set himself on fire.
Freaky fast. Jimmy John's.
If you miss WDRB's Thunder into Louisville Patriot Ride, you'll miss your chance to win.
A detail package from Greg Coates Auto.
DQ gift cards.
A gift card from Harley Davidson Louisville.
An Expo 5 gift card.
A gift card from Boot Depot.
Gas cards provided by Hughes and Coleman.
And first, second, and third place cash prizes.
Don't miss out. Register now at WDRB.com.
WDRB's Thunder in the Louisville Patriot Ride, Saturday, September 24th.
The one-day festival featuring the music and art of Bellarmine alumni, students, and faculty. Keith Kaiser meets some of the musicians.
And WDRB has tickets to the River City Rock Fest. Find out how you can win tomorrow beginning at 5.
I want you.
Want to be Kelly's co-host for a day? Go to livekelly.com for more details. Plus, Patrick Dempsey, Sophia Loren, and Chris Harrison from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Next live.
Monday at 9 on WDRB.
Start of the second quarter, 7-7. What do we got going on here, John?
Well, that's what happens in Jacksonville. You make plays, you get shade. and I'm telling you, there's Mercedes Lewis. He's hitting. And there's the Allen brothers. They get shade. I think they should give this punter some shade because he's keeping them in this game right now.
Sure has. Second time he's pinned the Packers inside the 5. That's Brad Nortman. And so here they start Green Bay from their own 3. And Rodgers will throw it near side, incomplete. And he was looking for his guy, Jordy Nelson. And again, Nelson missed all last year with an ACL. No catches in the first quarter.
And let's not forget, he did not play in a preseason game. So you can practice all you want. And Mike McCarthy said, look, we play a lot of bump and run on defense. So he's gone against our corners. It doesn't matter. Until you've gone out there in real game speed, that chemistry doesn't come back.
Aaron Rodgers, 2 of 6, 11 yards so far. Probably could have had a deep ball, but that was dropped by Adams. Nice play by Amu Kamara. There was Nelson. John circling, second down. Stretch Lacy, and he is taken down. Talk about pursuit. Telvin Smith, third-year linebacker from Florida State.
This all starts inside. Jared Odrick is going to blow up the middle, and then the edge players, Yannick Ngakoue, is going to get off this block and go. There comes the pursuit. So tremendous job by Odrick making it bounce, and the contained players doing their job.
Gus Bradley, the coach of the Jaguars, said about his defense, from what I've seen, we're just faster. And you'd have to say, so far, it looks it. And now a penalty. Who moves?
Dante Fowler ready to use some of that speed.
Defense, Carl Cheffer's having some audio issues, so we apologize for that. But yeah, I'm trying to get one thing Aaron Rodgers is so good at, that cadence and the count, and Fowler making his debut after he missed all of last season with an ACL. So now a much more manageable 3rd and 6. That's the view that Aaron Rodgers has. Rodgers coming near side. Nelson diving. No, hit the ground. They say incomplete. And the Packers will have to punt it away.
And I'm telling you, just not in sync yet are Aaron Rodgers and Jordy Nelson. They thought they would be. Jordy Nelson said that's why when you play together for 8 and 9 years, this is the back shoulder play that they've been so efficient with, but the timing just isn't there as of yet.
So this Jaguars defense, last couple series, has performed. Remember, Green Bay had a short field after the turnover, and that's how they scored. And Shum to punt from his own end zone again. And Green, that sun's got to be brutal, because Green did the same thing that Micah Hyde did. He looked at it and just said, I'm going to move away.
Kev, you're a baseball guy. They talk about high sky. We got a real high sky here today.
Yes, we do. But the Jaguars have good field position as we look at the sun and the brightness, and a good football game. 7 up.
in there as Katie?
I'll call you later. Or, no, I won't. I'll text you because, what am I, your dad? Don't stay out too late.
Yeah, just text me.
Thank you. Get home safe. This must be what Antonio Brown feels like when he's dancing in the end zone.
Huh. This must be how Lucas felt when he finally got Katie's number.
Pepsi.
I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known.
It's waiting on Sunday morning.
E-Man.
What up, Pete?
You know I have DirecTV NFL Sunday ticket. I get every game, every Sunday, all in HD.
Yeah, I know that.
So you want to come over? I'll make nachos.
I can't right now, man. I'm playing.
All right, pencil you in for Tuesday.
Get NFL Sunday ticket only on DirecTV and watch live football anywhere. Switch today and get a $100 reward card.
Today's game is sponsored by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. By Burger King. Now you can get 2 delicious Whopper meals for just $10 only at Burger King. And by State Farm. Here to help life go right.
Here we go. We are back in Jacksonville. 13:40 to go in the first half. 7-7 Jags and Packers. And that play looked disjointed from the beginning.
False start, number 88, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Let's go down to the very hot football field with Pam Oliver.
Wow, Kevin, over 100 degrees on the field in the sun. We're seeing the impact of that guy shielding their eyes. On defense for the Packers, they have improved depth, but Dom Capers is going with a heavy rotation. He told us the Packers have to do a good job substituting because those outside guys have to be spelled back here.
It's a good call, Pam. And John, I think what you said, so many guys don't even play in the preseason now, so you can condition all you want in practice, but this is a little different. First down, they're going to have a draw and a run to Yeldon. He's just got nowhere to go. Packers gang tackling, and the defense did well. Mike Daniels, one that was there first.
It was interesting talking to Mike McCarthy yesterday. He said the good news is it's been smoking hot up in Green Bay. Only about 5 degrees difference. It's been averaging 86 degrees. And so they felt, Mike McCarthy even put them last week inside. It started raining. They went inside. It was ultra humid. And so they feel like they're somewhat prepared. But like you said, Kevin, until it's game time, you can never prepare for that.
Second down, Bortles has time, kind of sidearms at Marquise Lee. Second time today he's had his hands on one and he couldn't corral it. Incomplete.
Well, you're absolutely right. The first time was the Packers interception that set up the first score. So Marquise Lee, if he wants to keep getting the ball thrown to him, they've got too many weapons. Bortles will just say, you're not catching it, I'm not coming your way.
So far, Jordy Nelson with no catches, Allen Robinson with no catches, Allen Hurns with no catches. Someone at wide receiver is going to make a catch. Third down and 17. Packers with a blitz. They set up a screen, and this time it's Lee slipping a tackle going forward. He's going to be short. Nice burst that time for Lee, trying to make amends, but he's well short of a first down, and the Jags will punt. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, Gus Bradley going to be aggressive here, it appears.
We talked about explosive and aggressive for this offense. And Gus Bradley taking a shot here. And this is risky, Kevin. Their punter's been doing such a great job of pinning them back. We'll see what Gus Bradley and Greg Olson, the offensive coordinator, have dialed up.
4th and 5. Bortles standing in near side, and he has a completion for a first down, and there is the first catch to Allen Robinson. Gutsy call.
And I'm still not sure if I like it. I mean, I think your defense is playing well, your punter's playing well, but let's go for it. And if you're going to go for it, throw it to 15 because he's really good.
And now the Jags will try and up the tempo a little bit here. Trying to prevent Green Bay from subbing, as Pam talked about. Play fake over the middle. Julius Thomas. And he is down to the 26. That's a 14-yard pickup.
And we chronicled it early. They like to strike on first down. You saw the play action. It pulls the linebackers up. You throw to Julius Thomas right behind them.
14 yards to Thomas. Bortles looking pretty sharp so far today. Yeldon on the carry, and he spins his way for a yard. Not much there. Jake Ryan and Joe Thomas in on the tackles. You see the rotation. Packers only have three inside linebackers on the roster. I guess technically four. Kyler Fackrell, Blake Martinez, Jake Ryan, and Joe Thomas, and they've been rotating a lot today. Second down and 9. Risky pass, but it's caught, and there's Hurns making it happen. And Allen Hurns is down. Looks to be just shy of a first down.
Kevin, I promise you, I was just about to say Allen Hurns is going to get involved with this game because they are giving Allen Robinson so much attention. This guy, who is explosive in his own right, is being left one-on-one. And so when Allen Hurns is one-on-one, that's a matchup they like. And I expect them to continue feeding him until Green Bay adjusts accordingly.
Third down and 1. Play Matthews off the field. Give on a handoff. First down. Yeldon's been a workhorse today. With Ivory going to the hospital at last second notice with an undisclosed illness, he's been the workhorse, and he's getting it done.
And it's almost, Kevin, as if we talked about it earlier, he's bringing Chris Ivory to the field. His normal instinct is to bounce runs. Today, he's running north and south, running very much like Chris Ivory.
And the Jags are kind of pushing the Packers tempo game on them a little bit here. They're getting to the line quick. Detroit Guyon down on a knee, just trying to catch a breath in this Florida heat. Yeldon again in trouble, spins away. Great effort for nothing. Sort of got 13 carries in this first half for only 22 yards. But they're sticking with this run.
I tell you what, you might want to block that guy because Clay Matthews, you don't block him, things like this are going to happen. Now, he doesn't make the tackle, but again, disrupting, wrecking a game plan. You always have to have number 52 on the Green Bay Packers defense accounted for.
So Denard Robinson comes in at running back, and now he's going to split out to the top of your screen as a receiver. Four-man rush. Bortles floats one for the end zone. Incomplete. Well, I thought there was a little hold there on Sam Shields.
There was not a little hold, a big hold. He had his right arm around his waist. See Allen Robinson. Bortles sees. And look at right there. He restricts him from the hip. But Sam Shields, a veteran, does it within the framework of his body, and they let it go. They missed a call there.
Packers get a break, and now they let the dogs loose on a third down and long. And Jacksonville may have to call their second timeout. Play clock was winding down, probably need a breather more than anything else. Everybody get some water and take a breath as the Jags fans booing just a little bit. Big third down coming up. Oh, don't forget to check out Damon Wayans and Clayne Crawford. Lethal Weapon premieres Wednesday, September 21st. And it's on Fox. And so now the Jags with a third down and 11 from their own 15 on a drive that they went for it on 4th and 1. And this is an area on third down and in the red zone, areas where they had trouble last year, John.
Yes, it is. And you look at what Green Bay's doing. Pam alluded to it, the rotation. Everyone says they're thin at defensive line, but they are deep, deep, deep at outside linebacker. Right now you have 4 outside linebackers. Nick Perry, Julius Peppers, Dayton Jones, and Clay Matthews out there. That is their front.
Third down. Only a 3-man rush over the middle. Yeldon, he is just going to be swarmed. Packers played that exceptionally well. And another 4th down, and this time it looks like Bradley will try for a field goal.
The defense is well schooled. Let them catch the ball in front of you and then just picket fence it and say you've got nowhere to go. It's exactly what they did. Good defense by the Green Bay Packers.
Jason Myers. Told you earlier the trouble he had on extra points last year, but he was good from field goals. Normally better longer than shorter. And this one will be a 26-yard attempt. Snap and hold are good, and Myers puts it through. And so the Jaguars take the lead here in the second quarter, but Gus Bradley gambling on 4th and 1. That got him down to this field goal range. Jags in front.
There's just mass amount of data in this business. Trey Brown, director of college scouting. You know, you got to have a powerful laptop. We're trying to find the prospects that are going to make us better. You look at the athleticism, the speed, the explosiveness. The Surface Pro allows us to be everywhere. We're on the field, in the classroom. It's fast, it's powerful. I can write right on the screen. I couldn't do that on a Mac. At the end of the day, we're trying to find the players that are going to give us the opportunity to win championships.
Dad, Joey's been up.
What? Okay.
Dad, it smells.
I know, buddy. I'm on it.
Here's the pass, and he's caught.
Yes. Hyundai, official sponsor of the NFL.
I'm sorry about your wife.
She was a good one. Gave me something to live for.
You ever hold one of these before?
Oh, no, I haven't washed my hands in a long time.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
To get my keys. We have a case to solve.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Make sure you understand. At the end of every shift, you come back to me. Good night, baby. Good night, Martin.
Lethal Weapon premieres Wednesday, September 21st on Fox.
This Saturday, 2 of football's blue bloods will meet again, but only one will rule.
Ohio State, Oklahoma, Saturday at 7 on Fox. Week 1 continues later today on CBS and Fox. Then tonight with Sunday Night Football on NBC, and tomorrow it's a Monday Night Football doubleheader on ESPN.
Today, we honor and remember all those who were lost in the September 11th attacks of 2001, including hundreds of first responders who sacrificed their lives for our country. Now, 15 years later, we also remember and celebrate the unity that arose out of this tragedy. 9/11 has become the largest annual day of charitable engagement in the United States. To learn how you can make a difference year-round, visit 911day.org. Myers, who had the field goal 26 yards, will kick it on away, and he has got some leg, and he kicks it right out of the end zone. And so it's 10-7 Jaguars, 7:48 to go in this first half. Hi, everybody. John Lynch is here. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. We're both sweating. Hopefully you can't see that. So the Jaguars defense doing a pretty good job. Packers' only touchdown came off an interception that put him in good field position.
When you're holding Aaron Rodgers to 2 of 7 for 11 yards into the second quarter, you're doing really well, and they're doing it with coverage. Aaron Rodgers has time, but they're covering extremely well. So Jalen Ramsey to Sean Gibson, Prince Amukamara, all these resources they put into their secondary really holding up well.
And so let's see here with Rodgers, as you talked about, John, just 2 of 7 for 11 yards. 3 straight 3-and-outs for the Packers. Don't say that very often. And here they will run it. It's Lacy, right side. Ooh, meeting helmets and getting across the 30. Game break. Let's check in with Carissa.
Thank you, Kevin. Another hot and humid place, Houston, Texas, but this will make you feel better. DeAndre Hopkins, the recipient of a 23-yard touchdown pass from Brock Osweiler. He is on the board with his new squad, 10-7, Kevin, John, and Pam.
Ah, well, that's got to feel good for Osweiler and the Texans, who played, what, 6 quarterbacks last year. They've got their guy now. 2nd and 5 for Aaron Rodgers. And Company is going to give up the middle. That's going to be a first down to Randall Cobb, who's got the carry. And they will do that. They will get him involved and get him the ball. He's got 302 rushing yards, so they'll mix that in. And more importantly for them, they get a first down after 3 straight 3-and-outs. And now they're trying to tempo it up here.
It's a matchup league, and in third down, they like that matchup in the passing game against the linebackers. But every now and then, you got to run it just like you're doing with Eddie Lacy.
Lacy running hard out to the 42. They've actually run it more than passed here today. Funny, you think of Packers, you just think pass, pass, pass because Rodgers is so great. But really in their hallmark, they've always had a good running game when they've been great.
And that's right, and Mike McCarthy knows that, and he's back as the play caller, and he talked about it this offseason. We got to get back to basics. And when we've been good, yes, we have Aaron Rodgers, but we've always, when we've been good, we've run the football effectively.
Eddie Lacy, 7 carries, 20 yards so far. Rodgers has it blocked up, fires near side, and that's a seed. Complete to Devontae Adams, who makes the catch at the 42. And so Rodgers firing a bullet, and now here he goes, directing traffic with this hurry up. Prevent Jacksonville from substituting.
One of the things the Packers receivers, because they know Aaron Rodgers' propensity to go with that tempo at any time, they aren't substituting, and the receivers aren't coming to a huddle at all.
Right.
Everything's been no huddle for the receivers. The linemen have been huddling. The receivers staying out there.
Play clock at 2. And play clock expires. Let's see if Green Bay got a timeout, and I believe they did. They do. So the Packers take a timeout. Their first of the half. 10-7 Jaguars.
I used to ask if you could hear me now, but I switched to Sprint. Their network reliability is now within 1% of Verizon. And get this, with Sprint's new unlimited plan, you have the freedom to do virtually whatever you want.
Is there no worrying about gigabytes, megabytes, overages, billphobia?
That's the dream right there.
Well, then Mama is gonna text, ping, post, tweet, snap those dogs that learn to dance on their hind legs.
Can you hear that?
And makeup tutorials.
Don't let a 1% difference limit your freedom. Unlimited mobile optimized data. 4 lines, $160 a month. Live your life unlimited.
We believe in respect.
It brings out our very best.
We respect time. It's the most valuable thing humans possess.
We respect life in all forms.
And believe it should be protected at all costs.
Respect displays the best of who we are. Because respect sees another as worthy of our time.
Introducing Genesis. In a world scrambling to put itself first.
Respect is a breath of fresh luxury.
I like where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Since you both started working together, your behavior at times has been impulsive and erratic.
You ever feel like you made the wrong career choice? Not till I met you.
How do you want to play this, Riggs?
Buckle up.
This worked out well, huh?
Okay, now you're angry.
Lethal Weapon, September 21st on Fox.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Genesis. Take a breath of fresh luxury.
Well, you don't see this in every NFL stadium. They've got a couple of pools here. And you know what? You need it. It's hot in Jacksonville, and Green Bay just perfect. But we're not in Green Bay today. We're in Jacksonville. A lot of Packers fans, though. And Rodgers trying to get this offense in some sync here. 1st and 10 from the Jacksonville 42. Packers trail by a field goal. Fake to Lacy. Roll out. Looking, coming to Adams. And he makes a move and jukes his way down to about the 37. He's going to pick up nearly 5 on the play.
Kevin, you look at this. This is really from the college, the trickle up. Aaron Rodgers goes a little zone read. Then he has the option to throw that bubble, to throw it down the field, or to run it. So, again, the college offense is trickling on up to the NFL.
Adams picked up 5. And this time it's a catch to Nelson. And Jordy Nelson officially back. First catch of the year, first time he's touched the ball since the NFC Championship game 2 years ago.
And that's a pointed play to try to get Jordy Nelson in the game. I mean, that's a called shot. We want you throwing it. Sprint right option, what that play is called. They throw it to Jordy Nelson. They get him off the schneid. Hopefully get some rhythm.
Like this Packers offense is getting. 7th play of the drive now. Rodgers to throw it, set it up to Lacy. Lacy gets hit, bounces off Cyprien's tackle, and Lacy still going, flips over, first down. Oh, boy.
Eddie Lacy, so much has been made about is he lighter. Like I said, he's running better, just bouncing off Jonathan Cyprien. Here comes the tempo for the Packers.
17-yard gain. Aaron Rodgers making it hard on us. Trying to show you how good Eddie Lacy was, but he gets everybody to the line on a first down from the 12. Look at this, they go pistol formation. They're going to throw it far side. He's got a completion over there. And that's against his former teammate. It's Nelson against his former Packer buddy Devon House, signed with the Jaguars last year.
But you talk about sometimes it's just one catch that gets it going. We talked about the chemistry not quite being there. You get that one completion. Now all of a sudden, the 8-9 years, all right, the chemistry's back, and they're feeding Jordy Nelson.
Good drive for Green Bay. 9th play of it. From the 6. Rodgers thought about running. Steps back, firing over the middle. Caught! Touchdown, Nelson!
Surgical, but it's not timing and rhythm. This is Aaron Rodgers doing his best Russell Wilson. Watch him. I'm going to go left. I'm going to go back. I'm going to come up. You try to cover that long in this heat. Jordy Nelson continues to work to get open. Watch how long this play goes. But Jordy Nelson looking everywhere. I'm open, moving to the left. They get very proficient at it because Aaron Rodgers does it all the time in practice. They bring it to the game. That's terrific offense, and they got Jordy Nelson, the guy they've been so happy to get back involved in their offense.
Mason Crosby attempting the extra point, and it's good. Remember a couple minutes ago you were saying Aaron Rodgers was only 2 of 7? Not anymore. He was great on that drive. Rodgers and Nelson back together for 6.
Don't forget, we're taking my parents out on the boat this Sunday.
This Sunday?
Yeah.
Get mouth-watering McPick 2 choices and a great deal you'll love. Yep, love. Choose any 2 faves for just $5 or download the McDonald's app and redeem weekly offers. You've got a delicious deal on your hands. Enjoy the choice.
This is the captain. Brace for impact.
Brace, brace, brace. Heads down, stay down. Brace, brace, brace. Heads down, stay down. Heads down, stay down.
We can't make it.
Rated PG-13, now playing.
We crushed it last week, buddy. You scored 2 touchdowns. I put you in my lineup.
We did it.
Without NFL.com fantasy football, what would friends talk about?
You, fly often?
Yes.
It's not too late to play. Sign up for free at NFL.com/fantasy.
You want to be a ball player? I will take you all the way, but you got to give it everything you got.
For the first time, a woman has taken the mound in a Major League Baseball game.
Did it, Pop?
We ain't done nothing yet.
Pitch premieres Thursday, September 22nd on Fox.
Zorn's getting ready. Special preview after the game.
John, when it's this hot, you do anything you got to do.
Well, the Jags prefer tents. The Packers, they like tubes. Let's cool it off, boys. Never seen that before, but I'm sure it's something, some of this new technology, whatever it takes to keep everybody cool.
If anybody could throw an air conditioning tube up to the booth, that would be great. As this one hits the back wall in Jacksonville, and the Jags will start on their own 25-yard line. 3:05 to go in this first half and 1 timeout for Jacksonville. Well, Green Bay really turned it up. I mean, they were struggling. The touchdown came after the interception by Joe Thomas, and then Rodgers ran it in. But then 3 straight 3-and-outs, and that last drive, Rodgers was tremendous. 6 of 6, 58 yards, and maybe more importantly, Jordy Nelson got 3 of them.
And I think give a lot of credit to Mike McCarthy, the head coach, but also the play caller. He called them into rhythm there. Quick throws, get it out of his hands, force the ball a little to Jordy Nelson to get this offense going. The huge play by Eddie Lacy on the screen.
Jaguars from the 25. This is Bernard Robinson, who hasn't been in much today. It's been TJ Yeldon, the workhorse. The running game is, they've stayed with it, but only 21 yards rushing for the Jaguars today. And again, Chris Ivory, the story, they go to the hospital this morning with an undisclosed illness. They expected him to play and play big today. So that's been an issue. And now we get a stoppage on the field.
Green Bay called a timeout to try to preserve this clock. They're getting their offense going. They want the ball back with some time.
All right, so the Packers with 1 timeout left now. We take a quick break. Let's get a game break with Carissa Thompson.
Kevin, Minnesota at Tennessee. DeMarco Murray, 3 teams in 3 years. He likes how things are working out right now for him in Tennessee. First touchdown as a Titan. Titans up 10-0. Kevin, John, and Pam.
Ooh.
He's flying.
That's a surprise. And so here are the Jags. 2nd and 8. Bortles has it blocked up, going far side. Yeldon with the catch and turns upfield. Good enough for a first down.
That's just good offense, good protection. And then let's pick on the rookie from Stanford. They know that they have Yeldon matched one-on-one on Blake Martinez, who's good in coverage, but let's test him out. Bortles throws a strike to TJ Yeldon, who's a very proficient wide receiving running back.
Got shields on Allen Robinson, top of your screen. That's a good matchup. And this time they'll fake it. Bortles over the middle, and he's got Julius Thomas, who's taken down right around the marker. From our angle, looks like he had enough for a first down. Let's see where they mark it. He does, and that'll move the chains. With 2:17 to go in the half, they've got the 2-minute warning and a timeout. Do the Jags.
Kevin, you just mentioned shields on Allen Robinson up top. Keep an eye on that because Allen Robinson had him beat up top. See if he gets that message back to Bortles. I can beat this guy. Get it to me.
This will take it down to the 2-minute warning. Good football game from Jacksonville. Packers up 14-10. Jags on the move.
Hi, gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Spread sunshine all over the place. And put on a happy face.
I'm Jamie Foxx for Verizon. In the nation's largest independent study by Root Metrics, again, Verizon is the #1 network.
Hi, I'm Jamie Foxx for Sprint. And I'm Jamie Foxx for T-Mobile. And we're just as good.
Really? Only Verizon was ranked #1 nationally in data, reliability, text and call and speed. Yeah. And you're gonna fist pump today? Get out of my sight.
Unlimited isn't a good deal if it's on a cut-rate network. Switch now and get our best deal. 20 gigs and 4 lines for only $160. All on America's best network.
Uh-oh. Should have put that phone on silent. Luckily, Jay chews Trident to help clean and protect his teeth, so he can hide his guilt with a convincing grin. That's it, Jay. They'll never know. Trident. Cherish your teeth.
These new Fruit of the Loom breathable underwear are perfect.
They need a name just as perfect. The pants snorkel.
Briefs.
Fruit of the Luge.
Thank you, Marvin.
Breezy Fosheezy.
You're a genius.
No. We're gonna call it New Breathable Underwear by Fruit of the Loom.
Presenting the stunning performance of the week, powered by the new 4K Xbox One S.
I had an aunt named Sue.
Late last season, the Packers got a walk-off victory in Detroit. Aaron Rodgers launched a Hail Mary on the game's last play, and tight end Richard Rodgers jumped in front of linebacker Tahir Whitehead and came down with the winning score.
Xbox One S, the official game console of the NFL.
These pizzas are the same, but depending on the day of the week, they aren't the same price. That's not right, so we're fixing it. Now you can carry out large 3-topping Domino's pizzas for $7.99 every day of the week.
Follow your favorite team all season long. Go to itunes.com/NFL. Having fun in the pool. The Cabanas here in Jacksonville. Hot day, 90 degrees and then some. 1st and 10 for the Jags. 2 minutes to go in the half. Bortles going deep. He's got a man. Allen Hurns. Did he stay in bounds inside the 10? No, they're going to say he did step out around the 22-yard line, but nonetheless a big hookup of 30.
We told you this offense was explosive. I also told you a while back they're paying great attention to Allen Robinson. So this guy, Allen Hurns, he's got an opportunity. It's the double move. Quentin Rollins gets his eyes in the backfield as opposed to on the receiver, and Allen Hurns makes him pay a footstep away from a touchdown.
So a 1st and 10 from the 22. A minute 52 to go in the half. Jags with 1 timeout. They'll run it. Yeldon. There's just not much there. And these Packers are stacking up the run. I mean, into that play, you're talking 14 running plays for 23 rushing yards for the Jags, and they had 5 tackles for a loss against the run.
But I like that Greg Olson's continuing to do it. You keep them honest. You make them load the box. What's that do? It creates the one-on-ones outside that Allen Hurns just took advantage of.
So they say officially no game. Dom Capers, the defensive coordinator for Green Bay. Bortles over the middle, incomplete. And that is the young linebacker Jake Ryan, 2nd year out of Michigan. Started the final 5 games of last year, and he makes that play. So a 3rd and 10 coming up.
There's 47. I like that number. Jake Ryan back in coverage, doing a nice job diagnosing, then the tight coverage and timing up the pass breakup.
Jaguars 1 of 6 on 3rd down so far today.
Play Matthews inside, so he's back at his outside linebacker position, but can play all over.
Bortles going to throw it deep, looking for Thomas. What a catch! Touchdown!
Clay Matthews almost ruined things for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He almost gets through there, but Bortles knows he's in there. I've got a one-on-one outside, and they're picking on Quentin Rollins a little bit. Quentin Rollins needs to get his eyes on his receiver as opposed to on Blake Bortles, because they're going after him and they're connected.
And I said what a catch, but I don't know you could throw it any better than Blake Bortles just did too. And now the extra point attempt by Myers is good. What a first half. This has been fun.
Kevin, that's, again, we got these tight ends. Julius Thomas, modest year last year, 46 catches. But you kind of had this feeling with Allen Robinson, so explosive last year. Allen Hurns, so explosive that Julius Thomas was about to bust out. And that's what he can do for you. He looked like a receiver right there. That's essentially what he is.
Well, Johnny had a broken hand. He missed the first 4 games, and it took him a while to get going. And that's why his numbers weren't the same.
You see Burnett rotate. All of a sudden, he knows, Bortles knows, he has that matchup, and they like that matchup with Julius Thomas as well they should. And like you said, Kevin, you can't throw it any better than Blake Bortles just did. Very proficient down the field throwing the football.
You forget Julius Thomas, when he was in Denver with Peyton, 2-time Pro Bowl, hit 24 touchdowns in 2 years. So this is a huge weapon.
And this league's all about playing to player strengths. Everyone rips on Julius Thomas because he's not a run blocker.
Right.
He's not a run blocker, but he's a great receiver, so throw passes to him, and that's what Greg Olson's doing.
You said at the beginning of the game, when we talked about the expectations for the Jaguars, well, they're in this heavyweight fight now with what we know is one of the best teams in the league in the Packers. 17-14 they lead, but Aaron Rodgers has time, a minute 9 to go in the first half, and the Packers have 1 timeout. And if that kick goes out of bounds, so they will start it on the 25.
Coming up on the Visa Halftime Report live from Houston, we have liftoff on the NFL season. RG3 makes his debut against the Eagles. The Jets looking for the upset against the Bengals. And we'll preview the huge game between the Giants and Cowboys. That's all T-minus a few minutes on the Visa Halftime Report.
Now that's cool. That is cool. Guys having fun down at NASA in the Space Center. 1:09 to go in the half. 17-14 Jaguars as the fans come to their feet. And Aaron Rodgers and company start at the 25. Game starts in the backfield, but they'll throw it. Rodgers deep down the middle of the field, incomplete. And there is a flag. He was going for his tight end, Jared Cook. But Cyprien was there, and looks like that could be on him.
Pass interference. Defense number 37. Automatic. First down.
I think Jared Cook does a great job of kind of pulling Cyprien into the contact and then selling it. But that is why Aaron Rodgers was so excited about the acquisition of Jared Cook. Yeah. They have not had a tight end since Jermichael Finley that can do that effectively, get down the middle of the field. Now they have one in Jared Cook.
And that's huge, John. It's a 30-yard penalty, and with only one timeout, now you've got a good amount of time at the 45. Rodgers looks right over the middle, starts, and he's down to the 40. He gains 5 on the play. Cyprien on the tackle. Clock winding down with 51. Rodgers coming near side. It's Randall Cobb inside the 30 and already well within Mason Crosby's field goal range. His long last year was 56 yards. One timeout left, remember. And they'll spike it with 27 seconds to go in the half.
You know, Kevin, people talk all the time about Aaron Rodgers having those first 4 years of his career to sit behind Brett Favre. And I've talked to Aaron Rodgers. One of the best things he learned from Brett Favre is these 2-minute drills. That you don't always have to go for broke. Just, they got the big one, but then be patient, check it down, keep moving the chains. It's what he does so well.
Second down, fake to starts. All day for Rodgers, who airs it out, looking for Cook, incomplete. Cook slipped away momentarily, but then Cyprien over the top with the coverage and a 3rd down and 10. Well, Rodgers has looked Cook's way today a few times, but he hasn't had any catches as yet. There's Mason Crosby again. They're already in his field goal range. As it stands right now, this is about a 47-yarder. He's got plenty of range for that. But they'd like more on a 3rd and 10. Blitz. Rodgers steps away, in trouble, throws as he's hit, and it is caught. It is touchdown, Adams. But there is a flag. How did he catch that?
Pass interference. Number 37 defense. That penalty's declined. Results of the play. Touchdown.
Magic from Rodgers.
You're saying how did he catch it? I'm saying how did he throw it? He had Jalen Ramsey wrapped all over him. Watch Jalen Ramsey. He's coming. He's going to get there and have Aaron Rodgers in his arms. And Aaron Rodgers somehow, with Jalen Ramsey pulling him back, musters the arm strength to get that ball to the end zone. Simply remarkable. And that is what Aaron Rodgers is as a passer of the football. And great concentration by Davante Adams to bring it in.
Got ourselves a good old-fashioned shootout, John Lynch.
That's one in film. Gus Bradley, Todd Wash, the defensive coordinator, said, guys, when you're playing against a guy like Aaron Rodgers, sometimes he just makes a play because it's pretty good execution by Jacksonville, but just better athleticism by the Green Bay Packers.
So Davante Adams had 1 touchdown last year. That's his first of this year. Extra point is up and good, and Green Bay goes down the field. They got help with a 30-yard penalty, and then that 29-yard connection to Adams to retake the lead. As a reminder, coming up at the half, the Visa Halftime Report with Kurtz, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy live from Houston. The Eagles in front, Carson Wentz getting the start. Jets against the Bengals. Forte in his debut. You gotta look at this play one more time. It's just special.
You know, Kevin, Aaron always talks to us about trust in receivers. And you could tell in talking to him that this is a guy, Davante Adams, that he really earned and gained respect for last year. He said Davante played through some injuries last year, and that showed me enough. But Aaron's one of these guys, he doesn't trust you. He's not throwing to you. Right. If he trusts you, he'll feed you. And Davante Adams, it seems like, has finally won over that trust. And that offensive line deserves to be commended as well, because they've protected him extremely well today.
They really have. We told you about Lane Taylor getting the start at left guard because they let go of Josh Sitton, 3-time Pro Bowler, about 10 days ago. And so far, Rodgers has been just fine back there in the pocket. No sacks for the Jags. And the Packers will kick it off. That'll go out of the end zone. Just 13 seconds left in this first half. We've seen some good quarterback play in this game. It's been fun. Bortles has been on point. He's got 187 yards passing. The one interception wasn't all his fault. And then Rodgers, after the slow start, that wasn't all his fault either. He's obviously heated up with touchdown drives the last 2 times he's had the ball.
They're fun offenses to watch because both quarterbacks aren't afraid to let it rip and throw it downfield and see what happens. And they're both doing it well today.
Jags will take a knee. Packers, remember, won the toss and deferred, so they will have the ball to start the third quarter here from Jacksonville. Well, football is back in a big way. Man, was that fun. What a first half. A lot of exciting plays here in Jacksonville with the Packers and the Jags trying to get to that level. But it's Green Bay up 21-17 at the break. Kurt and the guys, the Visa Halftime Show coming your way.
Everything I did